Let's make sure we protect each other's mental space. If you ever need me, just call. I'ma come running, give it my all. Love is love, God wins. Keep your vibrations high and watch how your blessings. Why do you deny me? You chose the light created for you just to hide in. Why obsessed about surviving? Fighting over creation made for all the fighting. When love speaks, you say you're listening. I wonder if you hear me. Love is love, love is love. Always is, always was, will always be just love. Always complete, always enough. Love is love, love is love. Always is, always was, will always be just love. Always complete, always enough. Love is love. Was your heart ever my home? So cold that chaos sits on your throne. Stuck in a loop for how long? Your pride convinced that right is wrong. When I speak, you say you're listening. When will you ever hear me? Love is love, love is love. Always is, always was, will always be just love. Always complete, always enough. Love is love, love is love. Always is, always was, will always be just love. Always complete, always enough. Love is love.
We gotta put this other album out. I ain't get around to putting it in but I gotta get this other album out there.
Was your heart ever my home?
Hope y'all ready for
Cold
it.
the chaos sits on your throne. Stuck in a loop for how long? Your pride convinced that right is wrong. When I speak, you say you're listening. When will you ever hear me? Love is love, love is love. Always is, always was, will always be just love. Always complete, always enough. Love is love, love is love. Always is, always was, will always be just love. Always complete, always enough. Love is love. Always love.
Today we're gonna talk about Kundalini energy, how to activate that Kundalini energy, how to achieve the mastery of reaching your Akashic records. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day. Hey, we can't turn back now. We can't turn back now. Everything disciples, zodiacs, 12 tribes, it's all
Once you
attached.
know your role, then you're good as gold. But Cain slew Abel, so the story's been told. Got a lifetime of surprises. Every day the sun rises. All I know is can't turn back. Can't turn back now. Can't turn back. Can't turn back now. Can't go back. Can't go back. Can't turn back. Can't turn back now. I lived on a tightrope. Never wanted to leave center. Always trying to figure out love. I'm not the inventor. got a
One
lifetime
of
of
my five favorites right now.
surprises.
You on
What I
YouTube, you on TikTok,
realize is
and one more too.
every day the
And I'm
sun
in with them.
rises. Can't turn back.
See, we can go into the
Can't
history of
turn
the
back
Mayans, the
now.
Incans, the Aztecs,
Can't turn back.
and they all lead to the same
Can't
source.
turn back now.
We can go into the
Can't
galaxy
go
and
back.
the history of the universe,
Can't go
and they all point to the same
back.
direction.
Can't turn
We can
back.
jump into hieroglyphics,
Can't
Greek
turn back
mythology, Roman
now.
mythology, and it all leads in the same direction. See, I think we got caught up looking for differences and we missed the similarities, right? Isn't it ironic that it was 12 tribes of Israel, 12 disciples, 12 hosts at a time, 12 hours a day, 12 hours a night? You don't find peace and control in our system ironic. This is when we switch to a Gregorian calendar system. What clock system did we have before? What clock system did we have before? Somebody tell me. What calendar system was we going by before they switched it over to Gregorian? What time was we going by before they changed the clock system? It was a Dewey Decimal System. A lot of people don't even remember the system that was placed before this system that's placed now, the Dewey Decimal System. This is why everything was in increments of 60. This is why God's count in a form of 60. This is why the Sumerians' highest number was 60. And then, everything under that was based off increments of 5, 55, 50, right? This is the same thing as our clock, right? And it's also not only that, I want you to understand that it's also the same thing as a lot of other stuff that we don't want to speak on, right? Our essential 12 zodiac signs. Well, there's a whole mystery 13 that they're not talking to you about. And if you talk about the chemicals of the brain, what is coming from our neurocortex? What's coming from the neurocortex? I understand. We get what's coming from the mammal part of the brain. We understand exactly what it is to have a carnal nature. We know what it means to survive. We get that from the lower part of our brain. But the upper part of our brain, where your neocortex is at, that is attached to your spinal cord and so on and so forth through a bone in your neck called the atlas bone. This is why Atlas holds up the sky or the constellations, because Atlas is a bone in your neck that holds up your dome. This is why they depict a man holding up the globe as Atlas, because the story of Atlas goes all the way back to Greek mythology. When Zeus ruled, he punished Atlas, which was one of the Titans, to do what? Hold the constellations, right? So, as history move forward, that holds true to this day. Atlas is still holding up the knowledge of the constellations, of our sky, of our universe, cosmic laws, so on and so forth. Hence the name Energy of Atlas, hence the history, hence Poseidon Island, right? Which is the history of Poseidon. Platos gave us that history. Unknown to him, he got that history from his father, who got that history from someone else, right? And no one truly understood exactly what these islands was. The Egyptians had a great understanding for the land that they studied, but the land that they studied wasn't the land that we study. We study the land outside of ourselves. They studied the lands of the vessel. The Egyptians knew that your upper half of your body was considered to be Upper Egypt and the lower half of your body was considered to be Lower Egypt. The Sumerians knew this too, but the Sumerians depicted theirs on a tomb. So the upper half of the tomb was a representation of the upper gods, the gods that are in the heaven. And then the lower half of the tomb was depicted as the lower beings, right? This is where the Homo erectus, Homo sapien, Homo sapioid, Neanderthal, cavemen, and the civilized beings that you see today. Evolution, dear Watson, right? So, however you're looking at this, things are changing, right? Yes, someone had to name this stuff. Before, there was no names for this stuff. Think about it. Can you imagine living in a time where you knew about these zodiacs, these constellations, but there wasn't no name to these constellations? There wasn't no name to this stuff, right? Can you imagine living in a time before they had a system of DNA, before there was a DNA database, before there was anything that you know now, before a house was called a house? Might have been called a sleeping place. I don't know. Right? Before any of this stuff was titled anything that which we titled it now. What was it? What was we before titles? Right? What level of conversation was there before words? Because the Greek, they didn't have a W. So if all languages came from Aramaic and Greek, and according to the Greek, there wasn't a letter W, where did the word come from in the first place? Because if the Greek word for sound actually started with a PH, like pew, like that's how the word sounded for Greek. How did we come up with this WORD? This is where you have to go back into the Sumerian text. When you go back into Sumerian text and you take out the W, which is considered the beast that is in the word because it's a false letter in the word, you are left with ORD. When you look up the meaning of ORD, you will see that it means a precious seed, right? So when you look up this ORD, it's not word, right? So now when you take the mark of the beast out of it, which is the W, right, you're left with ORD. Now you replace that seed. It says seed. That's what it means, seed. ORD is a precious seed, right? So now you replace that with the beginning phrase of the Bible. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was good. Let's replace that with the proper word, which is seed, right? In the beginning was the seed, and the seed was God, and the seed was good. Now, tell me which one sounds more accurate. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was good, or in the beginning was the seed, and the seed was God, and the seed was good. Which one sounds more accurate with the information that's given in the biblical text? It's always referring to agriculture. It's always referring to growing of crops. It is depicted as to be a shepherd for a vineyard, so on and so forth. Tell me, which one? You can look this up. This is not a deception. You can look this up. In fact, I'll put the backdrop up for you so you can get an understanding of it. This way you can understand exactly what I'm talking about, because a lot of y'all like to try to make it seem like somebody else don't know what they're talking about. But then when they show you the information, you still sit there and deny it, right? It says right here, the early Christians knew that the scriptures written in ancient Hebrew or Greek were allegory fables or allegories fables based on the human body. It says it right there, right? They knew that the gray matter, which the secretion of the cerebral cerebellum and the source cause to the physical expression called, and they knew the river Jordan was the spinal cord and the Dead Sea. It says it right there. You don't have to take my word for it. See, unlike you guys, unlike some of y'all that's in the chat, I actually looked this stuff up. I'm not coming to you with information that I did not look up, right? So when you look this stuff up, you don't have to see and try to listen to what other people say, because you already did it for yourself. That's why the Bible tells you to seek all knowledge for the kingdom of heaven, and the kingdom of heaven is inside of you, because you're supposed to be putting knowledge inside of you. You're supposed to be journeying for this knowledge. You're supposed to be getting all of this knowledge from down here and putting it in your kingdom of heaven, right? The problem is you have people down here who try to discourage other people from gaining knowledge. They try to go around and shun other people from gaining this knowledge, right? So when someone like me comes along, start breaking it down and explaining stuff, articulating it properly, right? You'll have weirdos who don't really understand the world themselves, right? And I'm gonna explain why we don't understand the world ourselves. The world is made up of 75.6% water, right? 75.6% water. Ironically, your body is also made up of 75.6% water. If you don't know about the waters inside of you, you damn sure ain't going to know about the waters outside of you. As above, so below, as without, so within. Y'all going to have to start learning some shit again. Okay? No, I'm on for the person who said, "Can you keep going? No one's fighting you." You actually can't see what I see because you're not me, one, but I am actually on two different pages on TikTok, two different pages on YouTube, and on Twitch. So you can't see the comments on the other TikTok page. You can't see the comments on the two YouTube pages, and you can't see the comments on the Twitch page. So before you try to make it seem like something's wrong with my mental and I'm just, making something up, understand that I am multitasking right now on a multitude of pages. So when I'm speaking about something, it is a universal way of speaking because it's on multiple pages. So I don't want anyone to think that I'm directly speaking to them. So put your personal mind to the side and come in here with your collective mind because I'm collectively speaking, right? No, I'm not saying people are going to go against the things they don't understand, you know. Yeah, you got to put your personal mind to the side, you know. You telling me to put my personal mind to the side and give the facts? I am giving the facts. But when you have other people, oh, not me. Yeah, when you have other people in the mindset of discouragement, right? Here's the thing. People are unsure about things inside of their self. So when they're unsure about things inside of their self, they go make other people unsure about things. Does that make sense? So even though we all are understanding that these are allegories and they're repeated things in history, right? When you read one book of the Bible, this is why Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John all seem like they were telling the same story, right? Because it was their interpretation or their, perception of what was going on, of what they were perceiving, right? So you can see the repeated even in the gospel, right? Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. You can see the repeated story in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. But it's ironic because if you actually go back to the Old Testament, you also can see the repeated story in the Old Testament, coming into the tribes, right? Joseph being kicked out, so on and so forth, coming back to save his family. These are repeated stories. A lot of these stories are repeated. Do you mind if I share this? I'm very interested in what you're saying. I'm very open to receiving this information and it's appreciated. Go right ahead. You can share it. I can give you some documents. You can go over to the Discord and find other, documents that support some of the knowledge that I'm putting out there. We have backdrops, we have pictures, we have so on and so forth to help people have a grander understanding of what is, always was, and always will be. And right now, knowledge and wisdom is being pushed back into this verse at a very high level, and a lot of people are not grasping it. They're not taming the energy that's coming in. They're allowing the Lilith side of it to control them, and Lilith is a takeover energy. Lilith is an all or nothing type of energy. So when you have this, because you got to understand, when it told us that we were going to be under the Aquarius sky, it's a state of mind that everyone's going to be in. So you have to go understand the Aquarius sky so you can understand the state of beings that you're going to be dealing with during that time. You might not think it and you might not understand it, but in the time of Pisces, we were able to be in a belief mindset. Now everybody got to show and prove. You got to damn near see it to believe it, right? So right now we're under the Aquarius sky. The Aquarius sky is not affecting physically. You can't really see the effects physically, but you can feel it, right? You can feel the effects. And something in your mind is telling you that a shift has taken place. Something is different. You can feel it in the air. Sometimes you'll wake up and you feel like you're in a lower dimension. Sometimes you'll wake up and you'll be like, man, I must have jumped timelines or something. I'm in a whole new world. You'll feel this and you'll start using terminologies related to you. Did I just get a download? Did I just get you'll start saying these things because, however we're looking at it, this is a state of being. So all of our states of being are changing. And some people are in that Lilith energy because that's what's in the dark in the Aquarius sky. Uranus is the planet that rules the Aquarius sky. If you study Uranus, Uranus is known as the heavenly planet or the son of heaven, right? And here's why Uranus has this title. It's because you're either going to be humble. This is where the meek comes in, right? People who have gratitude, the meek shall inherit the earth, right? And then it also has the Lilith energy, which is the hair lot, right? So the Lilith energy is a part of Uranus. Just like if you look up Saturn, you'll see that Saturn comes with two forms of energy, right? As above, so below, as without, so within. So these energies exist within inside of all of us. That's why you have to be equally yoked. This is where the balance comes in. It don't come in outside of you. You're not out here looking for that opposite, that significant other. When you equally yoke yourself with inside yourself, you will find someone outside yourself that is also equally yoked. Why? Because you are attracting these things, right? So if you're always thinking about someone cheating on you, that's what you're going to get, someone cheating on you. If you're always thinking that you don't deserve happiness, that's what you're going to get, an unhappy life. If you wake up with the idea that mourning is good, then the world will constantly bring you mourning or things to mourn over. This is why they gave us the stories of genies, be careful what you wish for, so on and so forth, right? Telling you that your words are powerful. What you say actually changes the frequency around you, which changes your environment, right? Everybody's not meant to stay in your life forever. But because we are creatures of habit, we think that we want to see the same people all the time, but that's not really it. Some people come in your life and they come in for a short amount of time. Maybe they come in to make a difference. Maybe they come in to make a change. Maybe they come in to teach you a lesson, but it doesn't mean that they're supposed to stay in your life. You know what I mean? Some of y'all are in messed up situations and messed up relationships. And because you have become programmed to punishment, you think you deserve that, right? Some of y'all are in situations where you might have did something in your past that you are still beating yourself up over. So therefore, everything that's happening to you right now, you telling yourself you deserve it. You deserve it, right? So you're really tricking yourself. You're tricking yourself to make yourself be okay with punishment. It's like, think about it like this. If someone was, you know, subjected to a unorthodox style of love, right? And this unorthodox style of love became their normal because we're creatures of habit. If I was to give you a public example and a great public example would be Ray J. Here's Ray J from a family of, church going people, dad's a pastor, so on and so forth. He's coming out with corn, right? He's using the LGBTIQ community as a gang with his agency and girls club, right? He is operating in the mindset of someone who is stuck in a certain idea of life, right? He's 50 something plus years old, but he has not evolved, right? He's saying stuff like he wants to get in the shower with Kai Cenat and ISO Speed. He's saying, these are the things because he's so used to wanting and yearning for the attention, right? He's always been in Brandy's shadow, right? His lack of education, right? So you can see all of this in Ray J, that he was just the party boy, the person that they pulled out for the party, right? The room 112. Go look that up. Room 112. Puffy used to talk about it all the time. Room 112, where the players dwell, make you feel good like Tony, Tony, Tony. And then he had the 112 group saying, feels good. Yeah. Y'all remember that shit? I remember. I know y'all gotta remember. That's why when Orlando said something to Ray J about room 112, or Ray J said, yeah, we never been to no house parties. We never been to, room 112. That's why Ray J said that to Orlando Brown, because Ray J spent time with Orlando Brown when Orlando Brown was younger. Ray J spent time with Orlando Brown. Y'all don't remember? That's why Orlando Brown told Ray J not to turn his butt to him. He said, "Don't turn your butt to me." Go back and look at that Orlando Brown and Ray J. Go back and look at it. Go back. Promise you, you're gonna be like, "Damn, I missed all of this." Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. But don't worry about it. We're gonna bring you up to speed. Now, for the person who tried to be like, "Oh, some more disinformation," I'm glad that you piped down and just started taking in the knowledge. So, the zodiacs are actually energy forces that are being pushed down into this plane. And what you see is the physical expression of all this energy, right? The people that you see down here are a physical expression of all the energy that is being pushed down here. And it's a lot of it. It's a lot of different energies that's being pushed down here from the universe. All right. Your zodiac signs is the central sky. This is what they depicted and broke it down. Now, there is 12 within the 12 that makes 144. This is also inside of your body, 144 chromosomes. Your 12 DNA strands have 12 within inside of them that actually equals 144. The same as above, so below, as without, so within applies to your vessel. So the same way you have 144 chromosomes that you're supposed to be firing on all cylinders, right? There is also 144 Lee lines on this planet or plane of existence. Now, these are spiritual Lee lines, okay? Spiritual Lee lines, it is connected to your spiritual self or your light body that is around your physical body. So you have a physical body and then you have a light body, which is around your physical body. And this is where light cold DNA activation comes in. Light cold DNA activation. This is where the sun activates the RNA that is in your DNA, which is a part of ascension or the spiritual expression of growth, right? This is where the dark night of the soul comes in. This is where shadow work comes in. This is why you have so many tarot readers coming out now. This is why you have so many spiritual people coming out now. This is why witches are coming out and revealing themselves. They always been around. Their covenants always been around. If you want to go watch a great movie, go watch Discovery of Witches, right? Maybe the people that was in hiding is tired of being in hiding. Maybe they determined, you know what? Why are we hiding? We should be ruling this world. And maybe we are in a deeper spiritual battle than what we think. Okay. All of these people ready to press the Mario button, ready to just get it in, whose lives are at stake. If we go to battle right now, who's going to lose it? Not the people that's telling us to go to battle. Y'all know that, right? Okay, cool. So if we are to greatly understand this, then we are literally in a big ass game of risk. That's all we is. This is a big ass game of risk, right? And you not the piece on the board that you think you are. Yes, you could be the main character, but due to the fact that you see yourself as nothing more than a peon or a peasant, that main character role is off the table for you, right? Look at Ray J. Ray J and them is so fixated on not being the good guy, when Nicki Minaj said that she's the villain, Ray J say, well, what that make me? Because I know I can't be the hero. I know I'm not the good guy. I guess I'm just villain number 2, right? And you see all these people in the world, they're willing to denounce goodness, right? You see, like you guys that's on TikTok, you're not on my YouTube, so you can't see how people are attacking intellects. But on these lives and on these, while we're sitting here, trying to bring forth a level of knowledge back to this plane of existence, there's a lot of people that's fighting intellectual beings. They're denying intellectual beings. They're trying to tell us, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, man. Go sit back in the corner, right? Even though the government is telling you that the world is changing, the government telling you that aliens live in our oceans, all the conspiracy theories are turning out to be somewhat true. Y'all still looking at us, telling us we don't know what we talking about? Make it make sense. The government is telling you the same shit that y'all denied us for, all the way back to Fire in the Sky. You remember when Fire in the Sky came out and they deemed that dude crazy because he said he was abducted by aliens and so on and so forth, and it was based off true events, right? Who's the crazy one now? Nah, fuck that. Nah, fuck that. They denied us too much already. We finally get a moment to say, I told you so. And I be gosh darn it if I ain't gonna take this moment to say, I told your ass so. I told you that we was the aliens. I told you that they been here before us. If they in our ocean, then mean they was here before us. That mean we really did land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock ain't land on us. We landed on Plymouth Rock. We the aliens. We the invaders. Fuck is y'all talking about? Huh? Y'all ain't trying to get along with the people that was originally here before us. That's the problem. These entities was here before us. And y'all come down here with y'all man way of thinking on some takeover shit and then wonder why they hid their self from us. I would have went to the bottom of the ocean too if I was them. The way y'all acting up here. All this gluttony, all this greed, going hunting for no reason, disrespecting life. Y'all live for the thrill of unaliving. Y'all stop living for life. Don't even know the importance of life anymore, but you know the importance of death, don't you? Don't you? Fuck around and forgot what it was to live. And y'all wonder why other species and shit is hiding their self. You wonder why the Incas, the Mayans, and the Aztecs shifted into different dimensions and shit. They seen that y'all was fucked up individuals. So they got their collective together and shimmied the fuck up out of here. Ooh, I can't wait till I get my collective so I can shimmy the fuck up out of here to another dimension too. Because y'all ain't trying to fix down here. Y'all don't want goodness to prevail down here. Be honest with yourself. Be honest. We watch so many people with this false change the world shit. Ain't nobody out here trying to get a Nobel Peace Prize anymore. Y'all want diamonds. So the fuck y'all want? Nobody want peace anymore. Y'all want fame. Come on. What happened? What did we do? Huh? What did we do? There was a time we actually cared about each other. Why we stopped? Why we stopped caring? Who told you that people wasn't important no more? Huh? If we was all supposed to be like Christ, isn't Christ a fisher of men? Why y'all stop fishing for mankind? Christ was a fisher of man because he was diving to the depths of this plane. He was considered a hell diver. He was coming down here, saving mankind, pulling them out of the darkness, pulling them out of the dark waters of their self, making them see the light. Why y'all stop doing that? All my Christians out there, what happened to y'all? Y'all became the same thing that y'all was fighting. Y'all was fighting the other religions, saying that they wasn't religions of peace. And then somewhere down the line, y'all lost y'all peace. Y'all lost what it was. Y'all forgot that you were supposed to continuously turn the other cheek. Y'all forgot about the heaping hot coals up under their feet. Huh? Did y'all forgot how to heap hot coals? The Old Testament says, if your enemy is hungry, feed them. That's what the Old Testament says. The Old Testament says, vengeance is not yours. It is the Lord's. It said, give it to God. Why y'all stop? Huh? What happened? Y'all forgot your own rules and regulations? Tell me. Tell me what happened. Oh, Muslims, I'm not far from y'all asses either. What y'all think? Just because y'all got 1 month of Ramadan, that's the only month that y'all should practice peace? What about the other 11 months that you motherfuckers is running around here raising hell? Huh? Y'all want us to be peaceful with y'all for y'all month of Ramadan, but then the other 11 months, ooh, I'm sick of this shit. I'm fucking sick of this shit. Supposed to be a peaceful religion, but you only practice that shit during the month of Ramadan. Huh? And I'm not, you Jewish people too, you motherfuckers, we practice the Sabbath on Saturday. Well, what the fuck is you doing the other days of the week? Huh? Taking from other people and giving it to your own people? That's not Jewish-like. That's not what the Torah or the Tanakh says. Huh? Oh, this is Yom Kippur. You ain't even trying to take care of the poor. How you going to celebrate Yom Kippur? Huh? Yom's is poor. We all poor. How did we become physically able to do more things, but our spirit declines? Huh? How is our spirit declining? All this technology, all this learning out there, the ability to look some shit up at the tip of your fingertip, and we dumb as hell. How? Y'all make that shit make sense, how we got so much technology and knowledge around us, and the people still walking around dumb as hell. We need to bring education back, real education. Take all of this sex and fornication out of our cartoons. Put some learning in that shit. Huh? Where the fuck is Leapfrog when you need it? All right, hold on. Let me calm down because I'm getting too hyped. Let me play a song or something because I'm over here getting too hyped. I'm getting hyped. I just feel like we failing each other. For real, I just feel like we really failing each other.
See what you're doing, baby, and I can't get behind it. See what you're doing, baby, and I can't get behind it.
We got more people shaking their ass than we
You
do
hate with your
learning.
whole chest, baby, you remind me of a little
How the
green
fuck
man
is you a
looking
master
like slime.
twerker
So mad
and ain't
that
a
they
master
love me,
learner
they
yet?
love me, they love me.
Fuck, you know how to move your left feet from your right feet, but don't even know how to do math. Don't even know about 51. Man, this is bullshit. How the fuck did we give
We wanna vibe with
what's her
love.
name? Hawk Tour. How the fuck we give Hawk Tour a face before we gave God a face? I want y'all to make that shit make sense. We've been searching for God for so long, but Hawk Tour get a face before God. Y'all asking out here. Y'all ain't fooling me.
When you
nasty
started
ass,
your
lustful
channel to
ass
talk
world.
about other women,
Hiding
you
all
love
this
to
damn
throw a stone
fornication
and
and
then
shit.
run and hide.
Can't agree
Like
on
it or
God,
not,
but
you live your
everybody
life
agree that the
online.
devil
And
exists.
if I were
How the
you,
fuck
I
is
would
y'all all
wanna
in
cry.
agreement
Cause it
that
must
the
be
devil
hard to
exists?
have such a
That
sad
means
life.
that
But that's
this universe is upside down, because the only thing that's hidden from us is God. And they say the greatest trick the devil ever made you do was make you think that he didn't exist. Well, wait a minute. We all agree that the devil exists. The only person that we don't agree exists is God. So is that the trick right there? Is that the trick? That the devil made us think that God don't exist, because we damn sure know that he exists. And then wouldn't that make us followers of Lucifer if we all can agree that the devil exists, but none of us can agree that God exists? So that means that we all agree that we can see the devil inside of everybody, but nobody can agree that we see God inside of each other. Ain't that ironic? Ain't that fucked up that you can see the devil inside of people because the devil made you do it? But why ain't nobody never say what God making us do? I ain't never hear none of you MFers say God made me do it. Huh? That's because the Bible say if you believe that the devil can come in the flesh, but deny that God can come in the flesh, then you too are a follower of the devil. And all of y'all are pretending like y'all don't know what the fuck that means. You agree that the devil can take over somebody's body, but you deny that God can take over somebody's body. Wow. Wow. Oh, so you believe that Lucifer can come in the flesh, but God can't come in the flesh. How dare y'all give that much power to the devil, but take that much away from which is God's? That's why Christ said, give to God, which is God's, and give to Caesar, which is Caesar's. Huh? Y'all want to talk about it? Oh, y'all don't want to talk about it today, do y'all? Huh? Song break. Song break. Put them ones in the chat. If you love knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, put them ones in the chat. Let me see some activity. Tap the screen.
you mad, cause they love me. I said you mad, cause they love me. They wanna vibe with the love is love. They wanna vibe with the love is love. They wanna vibe with love is love.
Make sure y'all go to Spotify and check out the album. Love is Love is the album. It's under Atlas Music Production. You should see my face.
Seems you got problems every day.
We got a new album coming out soon. We just want to put out good, high vibrational music.
I'll just face it and don't be mad to hear me say, because you mad,
okay, here's the thing. Now I'm going to explain this to you, and I hope you have an open mind to understand exactly what it is I'm about to say, right? If you believe what that book is telling you, then you should also believe that you are God. Because is it not written that ye are gods, right? It says, he who is in you is greater than he who is in the world. And it also tells you that God is inside of you. So in order for you to embrace God, you have to embrace he who is inside of you, right? So if you embrace he who is inside of you, then you will walk more Christ-like and believe that if you are seen, then also the Father is seen. So you will be more like Christ in your walk, and you will believe that everything that you do shapes the idea of God, right? So when you have a conversation with God, you want your walk to be God's expression, right? Instead of your own expression, right? Because your physical is your spiritual expression, right? So when you walk with God, your spiritual expression will reflect that of which is. right? This is why Christ said, if you see me, then you also see the Father, for I am the physical expression of what is God. One's in the chat if that makes sense. One's in the chat. I hope I helped you understand it. If not, I get it. Everything's not for everybody. That's why Christ spoke in parables. We've been journeying in the wrong direction this whole time. We've been journeying outside of ourselves. Why?
Brought DaWise, talk to him.
It's been a long time on here pushing out knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You gotta understand, maybe this is the year right here. Physical. He was giving us the physical expression of God. Because God is in the spirit, God is in everything. So Christ was giving you a physical example of that. That's why his name was Jesus Christos. Christos meaning to reflect, right? So he was a reflection. And there were many people that came as a reflection of God before him. This is why the New Testament wasn't written until 300 years after the unaliving of Christ, right? Because after him, there were none. No, before him, there were none. After him, there will be many. Because he said, you know, all things I can do, you can do, and more. He was teaching other people that they are gods. This is why when the pharaohs came to him, he said, is it not written that ye are gods? Referring to the Old Testament, right? Is it not written that ye are gods? Therefore, your reflection should be of that. Energy. Go within. There's something inside of you. We got to do better collectively, you know? Right? Energy. Go within. There's something inside of you. We got to do better collectively, you know? Energy. First stage is realizing that you are. That's the first step. Confront yourself. Most of this everything is realizing that. So if we are doing, if the biblical text is held correctly, then it says, do everything in your power to be at peace with one another. Is it not in our power to articulate the text properly? Is it not in our power to seek, you know, a better way of a language with each other, ways of communication? Is it not in our power? If I'm around someone and I don't understand their language, is it not in my power to learn their language, to better understand them? Is it not in my power to you know, observe your ways so I can work around you better? Is it not in my power to protect your weaknesses and you know, so on and so forth? All of these things are well within our power to do, you know, to get along with one another. Right? So why are we not doing what's in our power to do? Right? The Bible says that we're supposed to do everything in our power, you know, to be at peace with one another. So when you watching the things in this world and you're watching the opposite of what the book is telling us, right? Then you have to say that people don't believe in this book. They believe in other people. And the Bible says if you aim to please man, your friends will be many. But if you aim to please God, your friends will be few. And that's why you see so many people in these different groups and stuff, because they're not aiming to please God. They're aiming to please the multitude of the people that is around them. Their pastor told them, their church. God did not tell you this, right? The reason why I say religion is because we're in a spiritual battle, right? You might not notice the battle. You might not. A lot of people are so caught up in the carnal that they can't witness the spirit, right? And everything ain't for everybody. Some of y'all minds can't fathom the things that are moving, the entities. This is why Solomon wrote about the 72 demons of the soul of man. This is why the Catholic Church kept the rituals and the exorcisms or whatever, you know, out of the circulation of the people, is because they didn't think our minds was adequate enough to deal with the stuff that we used to know. We all used to know this. This is why the information about your Akashic records, Kundalini energy, shadow work, this is why everything is taking place right now. Because your mind is telling you, hold up, wait a minute, it's some shit we supposed to know that we don't know right now in this new sky, right? Your mind is trying to tell you, like, yo, what's up? Where's that stuff that I left down here, right? The energy of your mind been here way before you. Your vessel might be new to this shit, but your mind is telling you, like, yo, I've been here before. Huh? Because there's a different energy that's in your mind, a galactic energy. Get to know your star family. Get to know your star seed. Get to know, you know what I mean? If you subscribe to truth, then you should be subscribed to this page. And you probably should go ahead and okay, I don't have that many subscriptions on this page, but on my other page, I got 9. And if they stop, taking my pages down, then I will have way more. If y'all do the same thing that y'all do on the page for Pinky Down, you know what I'm saying? I guess if I had popcorn, some big bosoms, and was like, ice cream so good, then y'all motherfuckers will push me into the algorithm. But because I ain't got the titties and the ass, I mean, if I had titties and ass, I would have been had a collective. You know what I mean? I would have just been laying here eating oodles and noodles with my booty popped up, and y'all would have been in here by the boatload. That's why I'm going to put together 12 bad. Listen, I'm going to get 12 bad women that want to grow, and I'm going to trick the shit out of y'all. I'm going to manipulate the shit out of y'all. I'm going to get 12 baddies, and I'm going to get them to take all of y'all funding, and I'm going to put that shit in spirituality. Now, I'm telling y'all I'm going to do it, and y'all going to fall for it anyway. I'm going to sell y'all feet pics and more shit. I'm going to get 12 bad women, and I'm going to tell y'all, take pictures of y'all feet, put that shit on footfinder.com. And let's get this money for real, because y'all playing, y'all give to the carnal so quick. And don't worry, guys, I got something. I'm gonna get 5 guys, fucking muscular as hell, cut the fuck up, you know what I'm saying? Built, you know what I'm saying? Built for tough, sitting there fucking flexing and shit like that with oil on them and shit. And I'm gonna just get them to stand there and fucking flex their muscles and shit. And y'all gonna donate like crazy. I'm going to take all that money and I'm going to put it in spirituality. Watch. I'm going to put a whole motherfucking lust house together. And y'all going to buy into it because I know y'all some lustful ass people. I thought that people was growing in the spirit. But now that I stepped out into this, metaverse, whatever the fuck y'all want to call it on social media, I see that ain't none of y'all moving in the spirit. All these people faking to be in the spirit. All these kids faking to be in the spirit. All these kids faking their religion. How you got Kai Cenat and Aiden Ross, all these people saying that they Muslim, but none of them practicing peace. Aiden Ross say he Muslim, but he put together fight nights. Old boy say he Muslim and he practiced gluttony. Like, how the fuck is all these people saying that they practice religious things and you're watching them on here conduct business in a way that is corrupting the minds of the multitude? And then they say, thank God. What is I'm paying attention? I'm just paying attention and y'all are paying attention. Huh? Danny Foster, let me explain something to you. You can't say that God don't allow swearing, right? If language did not even exist in the time of gods. The words that you know now as swear words, somebody made that shit up. Somebody gave you a list of what was curse words. What the hell is you talking about? God ain't give you no list of words that was abominations or not able to say. Man gave you a list of words and told you to feel shame if you use them, feel this if you say them, so on and so forth. See, y'all get caught up with man. That's why y'all keep failing yourself, because y'all get caught up with man. God ain't make no damn word list. That's something to put you in guilt if you use it. That's something to put you in. Words are spells. Yes, it's a spell that's in the word. That's why timos actually means fear of Holy See. Time. Time is fear. You guys all fear time. You think you're running out. In the universe of the gods, time don't exist. So therefore, there's a place in your mind that time doesn't exist. The reason why time exists down here is to keep you in a fearful state. And y'all fall for it every time. Go look up the Latin word, timos. See, that's why I create these rooms, because you can't come in here with no falsity. You ain't about to come into this room and try to put people in low vibrations, speak your negative out in the comment section. You know, you ain't about to come in here with that. I'm gonna point you out. Get up out of here with that. That don't even make sense. Sitting there talking about something. I don't think you allowed to swear. Who told you that? Your pastor? Huh? Did your pastor lean on his understanding when he wasn't supposed to lean on his own understanding according to the book that he's telling you that he understand? Yeah, I bet. I bet. Don't come in here with the trickery. I read the book. In Jeremiah 10, it tells me that I'm the greatest of all the pharaohs of all. The reader. If you read that part, then you'll feel the power in it too. But you probably skipped over that part. Probably don't take you back that far to read that part. Probably don't tell you of all the pharaohs in the world, you are the greatest. I read that part in the Bible. I started looking around. Who? Me? You know what I mean? Go back and say, do not be fooled by the signs of their nation. Listen, it said, and I want y'all to understand, Jeremiah verse 10 tells you about Christmas. It says, do not be fooled by signs of their nations, for they have to go and cut their gods down, for their gods cannot walk. They have to carry their gods and fasten them, so they cannot teeter or totter. It says that they decorate them with purple and gold, because at the time that was the colors of royalty, right? This is the same thing that you do with a Christmas tree. You get a Christmas tree, you carry it in your house, you decorate it with all types of stuff, which goes back to a pagan god, Saturnalia, and then you get down on your knees and you praise it and you tell it thank you for the magnificent gifts that it had given you. It tells you that. Y'all better read y'all book. See, I read the book. That's probably why I can't be tricked. The Bible said that Satan was going to teach you that book in a way that, and that's probably what happened. That's probably what took place. It probably took place, a long time ago with Constantine, when he switched up the text and he told the Council of Nicaea to make it seem like it was a physical walk instead of the, spiritual 12 zodiac signs and the energies and everything like that. Because how ironic the Bible is related to the sky. This is why they knew that when that, whatever that was that passed through the sky, that was considered to be the whale that swallowed up Jonas. Have you ever been swallowed up? Right? It took place in 2002, right? This is how they knew that the Lucifer comet was going to enter back into the Lyran constellation, all of that stuff, because the book was no more than a story that was taking place in the sky. So therefore, in the time of this Aquarius sky, Christ said, do not be afraid of this new sky. Follow the man with the fishbowl on his head, right? So everything that's written has come to pass. And now we're in the time that Christ spoke about. And you can see and witness that in the sky. But if they keep you so busy where you just going to work, you can't even witness the change that's taking place in the sky. You can't even, if Christ said that you're not going to be able to stop him, he's showing that you can't stop him. He's the sun And he is literally sending, solar synthesis flares while you sleep. He literally changing the minds of the multitude, sending out these flares. That's the sun doing that. The sun making your ass get right. You didn't think that he said that way he was going to come back. He the son. Y'all thought he was talking about a physical person. Y'all thought it was going to be a physical little nigga running around. No, Christ is sending Christ energy through photosynthesis, loving energy, solar flares, and he making y'all get right. And now y'all mad because we in the time that he said he was going to return, and now y'all all want to run around scared and hell no. This is a joyous time. I'm glad that I ain't got to fight you demons. I'm glad that the sun is making y'all fight yourselves. I'm glad that the sun got y'all motherfucking exposing yourselves. I'm glad that I ain't got to do nothing but work on the farm. That's all I got to do is go out, work on the farm, invite some people out, have some retreats, continue to put the knowledge back into the universe. That's all he asking of me right now. And the universe is saying, listen, keep putting the knowledge out there. Continue to find people that want to buy, build the homesteads, right? Keep growing in light, love, and knowledge, because you got to put the knowledge back into the minds of the multitude. He's telling me, the universe is telling us all how to build our collectives. The universe is telling you to go find a collective and go be a part of something greater. The universe is telling you to go find that person. You changing it up and making it think that the universe telling you to go find a dick or some cootie cat. You changing it up and practicing duality and switching it up down here to fit your carnal ways. But the universe telling you something completely different. You switching it. I gotta find my twin flame. I gotta find what the fuck. That's not what the universe told you. That is not what the universe told your ass. Don't be fucking changing up the frequency that the universe is sending down here. Because when you really have that ear, you know what the universe is telling all of us. So when you watching other people manipulate what the universe is telling us, that we gotta have transparency with each other, that we got to be honest and open with each other. That don't mean that that's why they manipulated all of that shit. That's why Will Smith, assistant after 25 years, come out and write a tell-all where they don't really tell all. You know what I'm saying? That shit cornflakes. That shit is fraudulent. All these different storylines that came out. See, Puffy didn't humble himself when his story came out. Everybody else embraced it. When Jay-Z's story came out about the Shalon thing in the elevator and all of that stuff, he embraced it, right? Because he didn't argue it and so on and so forth, right? When they did try to put the lawsuit against him, so on and so forth. Now, for all we know, this is a part of the verse, right? This is a part of the world, right? This is when you watch stars fall. You're watching that right now. The rise and fall of idols, the rise and fall of angelics, right? That's what you're watching right now. You're watching certain people get an opportunity to be great, and you're watching certain people that was great fall, right? Tyler Perry right now going through a lawsuit, that's going to capsize everything, because with everything going on, we're more prone to believe that these people are doing this type of stuff. You get what I'm saying? We're more prone to believe it now, especially, look, you can say whatever you want to say, but obviously we created a wave of exposing text messages now, right? They doing that shit all the way up into the elites now. That dude put them text messages out with Tyler Perry, like, and here's the text messages to show. Damn, ain't that what we small people are doing on YouTube and shit to expose these narcissistic sociopaths? Shit, I just showed text messages the other day. And these motherfuckers showing text messages on TMZ. Huh? Is we paying attention? That means it's an energy that's moving. You ever watch somebody where they say great minds think alike, or somebody do something that you was thinking about doing, or you had a conversation and then you hear somebody else having the same conversation that you was having, and you like, yo, was they listening to me or something? Because that's the same shit that I was talking. Like, It's because it's an energy. You ain't in control of your thoughts. You got to be honest with yourself. You got to know that you're not really in control of your thoughts. When you enter spaces, the thoughts of the people that are in that space protrude your mind. When you are by yourself driving on a road or something and you're by yourself, that's when you're in control of your own thoughts, right? Or more in control of your own thoughts. But when you get in a room full of people, you are bombarded with thoughts. I don't know about y'all, but I am. This is why I don't like being in the room with a lot of people, because their thoughts, the energy that they're pushing off is low vibrational. They can sit there and smile in your face all they want, but watch their body language. Look at their facial expressions. The energy that they're pushing off is fucked up. I'm tired of being around people that's pretending with their words like they're good, but the energy that they pushing off is fucked up. And they don't know that I'm reading this energy. They don't know that I'm analyzing this energy. The shit is literally like you can see it in like a wave coming off of them. You can like pull strings of it almost. And they don't know that I'm seeing this. So I got to sit there and act like they not the fucked up person that they are, even though their energy is saying that they're a fucked up person. I got to sit there and act like I'm not reading that energy off of them. And then when they do the fucked up shit and I say, I always knew you was going to do that fucked up shit. And then they're like, you don't know. And then they mad as hell. Then they chasing me around on the internet trying to get people to, invade my Discord and so on and so forth. The hardest thing is knowing that somebody's going to fuck you over and still having to sit there hoping that they don't do it. That's why it's so hard to turn the other cheek, because the universe will give you the ability to realize how people are coming, and you got to sit there and hope that they ain't coming like that. Hope that they have a change of heart. Hope that they see the goodness in you and don't want to fuck you over. That's why we keep running into the Maggies. We keep running into the Donuts. We keep running into the Jaguar Wrights. We keep running into the Hungry CCs. We keep running into the Ronnie Slows. We keep running into the Chris Todds. We keep running into the Sean Atwoods. We keep running into the Beverleys. We keep running into the Rons. We keep running. You're going to keep running into them. Do you get what I'm saying? They're in your physical life. They're in your social life. They're here. You ever been you ever been doing good? You ever been doing good? Life things is about to change, shit looking up, you know what I'm saying? And then that fucking person that you can't really resist hit you up talking about what you doing. They want to chill. And you know they about to fuck up your life all over again. You know it. But because you have this tendency and this yearning for love, you step back into it. And that goes back to us being creatures of habits. We believe that we can change each other, and we can, but it's not easy. It's not easy when you're trying to change other people, because some stuff you got to let them see for themselves. Some stuff you got to step back and let them observe it for themselves. I know a lot of times we want to save people from relationships and problems and shit like that, but then they'll make you out to be the problem or whatever, right? So this is why we find ourselves in situations where we keep on fighting that family members fight for them instead of letting them fight it for themselves. This is that moment where you realize that throwing money at everything ain't the ultimate solution, right? This is that moment that you realize. And when you realize that moment, it's the hardest moment. It's the hardest moment of your life when you come to the realization of this moment. And let me explain to you why it's the hardest moment of your life. Because not only do you come to the realization that you can't help this person, right? Because you love this person so much, the shit hurts you. knowing that you got to walk away, knowing that you got to turn your back, knowing that you got to leave this person to their own demons. And you know how fucked up they demons can be. But see, this journey is a lonely journey. When you on a spiritual journey, it's a lonely one. Because all the people that you thought you was tied to, all the people that you made bonds to, all the people that you made bonds with might not be the right people. Might be the people that's actually placed in your life to keep you stagnant. You ever notice how you got so much ambition, you got so much drive, yet the people you taking it to seem nonchalant about your endeavors? Huh? You ever take your celebration to the wrong table and the people at the table ain't even get happy about your shit? You sitting there, you couldn't wait to get to the table to tell them about it. As soon as you got to the table, they just brushed that shit off like, oh, yeah, okay, whatever. No, fuck that. Huh? Put yourself around the people that want to celebrate you. See, we be looking at the people that want to celebrate us, but the people we run to is not the people that want to celebrate us. The people we want the attaboy from ain't gonna give you the attaboy. You don't get the attaboy until you stop looking for the attaboy. And a lot of y'all might be thinking, what's an attaboy? See, because you never had it. You never got it. If you had an attaboy before, you know what an attaboy is. Huh? That's where your mom or your dad pat you on the back and say, attaboy. Attaboy. Huh? I didn't make that up. I didn't just make that up. That's an attaboy. See, because you ain't never been patted on the back and got that attaboy. That's why you don't know what it is. That's why you don't know what an attaboy is, because you never got it. We never got that shit. They give you that shit. Go watch Leave It to Beaver. Leave It to Beaver got all the attaboys. Huh? When Timmy was saving Lassie and running around, they was getting attaboys. Huh? Go back and watch the what's that one show? It's the Andy Griffin Show. I bet you they was getting attaboys back then. Huh? See, you don't know about the attaboys because we ain't never we come from a group of people that said, do as I say, not as I do. Because I said so. We ain't getting no motherfucking attaboys. Huh? You ever try to go to your parent to complain about a teacher and get an ass whooping? Huh? You ever go to your parent and try to complain that a teacher was singling you out or discriminating against you and they whoop your ass? See, these is life lessons. You probably did something. You ever get whooped on accident? Huh? That's misplaced anger. You don't know about this because you a kid. You don't know about none of this shit. We don't know or think about the things that our parents is going through that make them do things or take things out on us. We just a person that's just there like, is it my fault? Is it my fault? Building trauma in the mind. And now that you grown, you don't even know how to let go of that trauma. Some of y'all 50 years old don't know how to let go trauma. Huh? Trying to tell y'all kids to go out there and treat other people right, and you can't even get along with your sister. Shut up. Trying to go out there and tell your kids, raising your kids to operate on kindness and forgiveness, and your ass won't even go to the family cookout. Shut up. Shut up. Just shut up. All you fucked up individuals out there that's teaching our kids the wrong shit, but not fucking operating like it. Just shut up. All right. For all the people that's driving around in the car with the kids in the back seat, and somebody do something, and your dumb ass say, "I hate YT people today." Shut up. Shut up. Just stop talking. Keep all of that fuckery to yourself. Huh? All y'all telling y'all kids, "Don't you bring home the opposite color." Shut up. Shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up. Let them kids go out there and fall in love with who the fuck they want to fall in love with, because love ain't got no color. Stop trying to motherfucking shape them in the idea image that you want so you could feel good about yourself. Stop trying to make your kid not be shit because your ass ain't shit. Stop trying to make your kid be closed off to love and other people because you closed off to love and other people. Just shut up. Shut up. Just shut the fuck up. Stop trying to teach them to dislike their dad because you can't stand their dad. Stop trying to teach them to dislike their mom because you can't stand their mom. Just shut up. Just shut the fuck up. Just do that for us. Let us fix this shit. You don't want to fix the society. You don't want to fix the motherfucking people. You don't want to fix the level of communication and operation of our youth with respect, integrity, dignity, a moral compass. Get the fuck out the way. There's a third world country for your ass. Can we get an island and just move all of these fucked up individuals to the island and just let them fuck up the island while we fix America or something? Because this is not going to work. How is we going to fix this? We got to do better. Let's get them out the way. Our kids is on social media. These grown-ass people is playing Roblox with our kids, fucking up their mental. Can we get some fucking parental advisory on some of these games that our kids is on? In the same way that you gotta be a certain age to be on that motherfucker. Can we do that shit for like the Roblox? If you over 30, get the fuck off the game, because Roblox got too many young kids on there for y'all to be on there running around. We created a playground for these fucking adults that want to prey on our fucking kids, and now we on social media acting like we didn't create the fucking space that they sitting here fucking playing and praying and doing all of this weird shit on. And y'all sitting here titty lolly boo, titty lolly boo. No, let's clean this shit up. This is why these people are pew-pewing each other on fucking YouTube. This is why that dude just fucking took his girlfriend out on Facebook. This is why half of this shit is happening. Because y'all ain't realizing what the fuck y'all operating in. Pride and ego, assassinating each other's character for clicks and views. Okay, let's just keep fucking it up. Let's just Zeus network this shit and see who survives. Let's do that. Huh? That's what y'all want to do? Let's just motherfucking Zeus network this shit then. Sounds like a plan. Fuck it. We're going to Christian rock this bitch. Huh? That's what we doing? Only the strong survive type shit? Y'all ready to turn this motherfucker into gladiator school or something? Huh? Because that's what y'all doing. That's what y'all doing. Ain't none of y'all trying to be nicer to each other. Ain't none of y'all trying to be kinder to each other. Ain't none of y'all trying to be none of that shit. You motherfuckers walking around here with sarcasm and attitudes. Thinking that shit's sexy. Huh? Talking about something. That's just how I talk. All right, stop talking then. That's just me. If you don't like it, shut up then. Stop talking. Fuck it. Fuck it. If you don't want to articulate your words better, if you don't want to talk better and put a better fucking frequency out there, shut the fuck up. It's sarcasm, smart mouth, and nastiness is all the fuck you know. Shut the fuck up. Put some tape on your mouth. Shut up. Shut up. Because I'm so tired of people with the ability to use better fucking verbiage, better words. You know, it ain't got to be what you want. Whatever. Is that all the fuck you learning? Is that it? You nasty mouth bent. This is the sickest shit. How the fuck is you in a world where everybody got to talk to you nice and you get to be the nasty, sarcastic one? But then you say shit like, I wish somebody would talk to me like that. How is you going around talking to people like that? But you the one saying you wish somebody would talk to you like that. Make it make sense. Y'all is the most, it's shit. This shit is not it. You motherfuckers out there disrespecting people's mamas and then say you wish somebody would disrespect your mama. Y'all out there doing the most backwards ass shit because it's pleasing to your feelings and emotions. When you in your feelings, you don't care. Everybody can get it. But when your ass thinking logical, nobody talking about my mama like that. Oh, why the logical thought would be nobody talking about your mama like that, but the motherfucking feelings and emotions make your ass talk to everybody else mamas like that. Huh? You need to listen to yourself speak. I can't listen to myself speak. I'm the one speaking. You need to go put your real account on and stop coming in here as user 517655817872239 with no picture. Do that. Drax, what the hell is you fighting over there? Because you been chasing. Is it a spider? Pisces is on the end and Aries is in the beginning. You can't see those two because Aries is the head. So Aries is the brain. Taurus is the throat. Gemini is the arms and legs. Cancer is the breast, and so on and so forth. So this is a light breakdown of the body. So the body would be depicted like this, right? This was also considered to be Camelot. So in the times of, they depicted the body to be Camelot. When it talks about these towers being put together, it's the chakra systems inside the vessel. Love is love, Blue. Appreciate you for stopping through. Namaste. Ashe. Salutations. So yeah, so however you look at this, as above, so below, as without, so within, it's the same thing. But see, we down here, we are afraid of knowledge. We're afraid of, intellects. We sit there and combat it, right? Y'all you in the 90s, they used to shun people that read books. Like when I used to read like Goosebumps or whatever, Zachariah Stitchins, whatever it was that I was reading, right? People used to be like, man, he reading books. There you go, man. Get out of here. I don't read no books. I'll be telling people like, man, this is a good book. Yeah, I don't read no books. Get out of here. People, when I used to go to the movies and stuff like that, people used to be like, man, yo, the movie don't start. You know how back in the day you go to the mall, walk around for a little bit, and then go to the movie, so on and so forth. So back in the day, people used to be like, man, what you trying to do? The movie don't start till an hour and a half. What you trying to do? They would say like, man, I'm trying to go to the arcade. I would be like, man, I'm gonna go over here to Barnes and Nobles. See, I was taking my ass to Barnes and Nobles. See, I knew that all this physical stuff, they can take it away from you. I learned that at an early age. I learned that at 8 years old, 6 years old. You know what I mean? In my own household, when my mom was buying gifts and then stealing them from us to go sell them, right? When my brothers and sisters was stealing, cars and Tonka trucks and GI Joes and stuff, I said, man, they gonna keep on taking this physical shit. I see that already. I see they about to just keep on taking this physical shit, breaking my heart. I said, you know what? I'm gonna put something that they can't take. So I just started cramming knowledge in. I started remembering like theme songs and music and stuff like that. And then I started getting books and putting knowledge in. They can't take that. They can't take the shit that's inside my mind. Like when I just break out into it's a rare condition this day and age of reading good news on a newspaper page. See, I ain't watched that show since 95, but because I always practice a level of remembrance with myself, I'm able to remember a lot of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I know Tootsie Roll tastes like a chocolatey chew. Tootsie Roll, I think I'm in love with you. Whatever it is, I think I see becomes a Tootsie Roll to me. I know that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So when it comes down to it, the mind is a terrible thing to waste. And a lot of y'all been wasting y'all mind for materialistic. So y'all give more to materials than y'all do your own brain. And the brain is the first intelligence. If artificial intelligence, artificial meaning fake, what is the original intelligence? If it's your brain is original, is authentic intelligence. So why we stop using it? Why we make it easier for people but then stop thinking? Huh? We made the world easier, not for you to guide, not for everyone to stop thinking, so you could think of new shit. We ain't making things easier so y'all can just stop thinking. You're making things easier so you can think more shit, create more possibilities. Y'all thought they made the remote so you could be a lazy boy. No. You only been cut off from your true self because you stopped turning the Ezekiel wheels that's in your brain. You stop having the ability to believe. This is why the Bible tells you that in order for man to see the kingdom of heaven, he has to be like a child. Your imagination has to be there. You have to have the ability to explore the multiple dimensions of the brain. A lot of y'all don't have that no more. Y'all did away with y'all imagination. Y'all ain't in y'all mind believing y'all can fly. Y'all motherfuckers is in y'all mind believing that y'all gonna be late to work. Y'all in y'all mind believing that y'all gotta rush out and do something. Y'all better bring y'all imagination back so y'all can explore the most. That's why some people be coming to me and they be like, man, I'm cut off. I feel like I'm cut off from the ascension process and I'm not. Yeah. You stop believing. You ain't got your imagination no more. You gave up your sense of imagination. You gave it up. You wanted to be a part of this carnal world so bad. You gave up the ability to believe in the multiple, even, you got to have a level of bit. Listen, some of y'all need to just go out back and pretend to be a dinosaur again. You know what I'm saying? Go back to a land before time. Go back and pretend again. Go outside and bark like a dog. I don't know what you need to do. Some of y'all just walking around, you know what I'm saying? Go outside, let somebody catch you in a foolish moment. Stop trying to walk around and say, don't do that. Oh, you don't want nobody to catch you doing that. You don't want nobody to catch you playing. You out here acting like a kid. Shit, all parks around the world need to go ahead and have adult days. Kick the kids out the park and get your ass on a swing. Huh? Get your ass on the monkey bars again. Huh? Take your ass out there and play one time. Go play hopscotch, double dutch. Huh? You remember that shit? When you had to go outside and make fun? Get a round ball and think about all the things you can do with it. Go put that crate on the pole again and start shooting hoops. Do the shit that you used to do. Play help tag, freeze tag, catch a girl, freak a girl. I don't know. Do something. Do something to make yourself feel better. Smile. Watch Gullah Gullah Island. I don't know what the fuck you did as a kid, huh? But do that shit. Do that. I don't know what you did. You know? I'm just trying to say, like, at some point, you gotta want to bring that knowledge back. I mean, you gotta want to bring that ability back to be able to, you know, some of y'all just so stuck in this whole, you can't have no imagination. That's blasphemous. Imaginations are blasphemous. Don't you have no imagination? You know, we supposed to be dreamers. Y'all keep on pushing the dreamers out of society, huh? You remember when they used to have study hall in school and everybody used to take a nap? Y'all remember that shit? Y'all remember in the 5th grade when everybody used to come in the gym and they had that music playing, it'd be dark as hell, and you see all the mats out and shit. You know, damn well it's a rest day. You about to crawl around, start fucking with people and shit. Nah. They was teaching, they were in the 90s, they used to teach us how to meditate. Y'all don't remember that shit? They used to have a gym class and they used to teach us how to meditate, put us in the dark room and everything. Motherfucker be over the loudspeaker like, now I want you to just focus on your breathing. You sitting there, you wondering if everybody else got their eyes closed. I wonder if everybody else got their eyes closed. You try to get next to the person that you like and shit, somebody that you can try to sit with your friends and shit, crawling around. Motherfucking lights come on, you ain't even at the mat that you supposed to be at. Y'all remember? Huh? I remember. Shit, I used to fall asleep. I ain't gonna lie. In them gym classes, when they used to have that moment, that was the best cat nap. I used to fall asleep. Huh? Yeah, I stopped falling asleep in gym class when they had those classes. I fuck around and almost had a wet one. I had a wet dream and shit. And that I ain't know I was sleeping that heavy. I know that I was out. You know what I mean? I was out. And that moment came. That moment came. I had to wake up right before I had to stop it. I was, shit. It ain't nothing like walking around the school with a little bit of sticky in your drawers. I promise you. I promise you. These just growing pains. These is just growing pains. Okay? Just some shit that we go through. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you take a day nap. You don't know how full, you know what I'm saying, that sack is, you know? Motherfucking incubus or a succubus might visit you in that brief moment. You know what I mean? So fuck around, take a 30-minute nap, wake up sticky icky. I'm just saying, these is growing pains. I don't know what y'all women go through when this shit happen, but I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Appreciate the super chat. Appreciate the super chat. You know, and we all go through this. We all go through this. We all go through different, you know, things, you know. Some of y'all get boils on y'all butt. I bet you'll never tell nobody about that. About the motherfucking big ass boils you get on your butt whenever you stressing. You want to talk about it? I bet not. I bet you don't want to talk about them boils that you get on your butt when you're stressing. You don't even know them boils is coming from stress, do you? Do you? Huh? You out this motherfucker rubbing cream and shit all on your buttocks. You don't even know them. You don't know them is booty blisters. Them booty blisters. Yeah, that's when you're stressing and shit. You get boils and shit on your butt. Some people get it on their face and shit when they going through certain variations of stress. They'll get a boil on their face. But 9 times out of 10, you're getting boils on the butt when you're stressing, when you're in your root chakra, when you worry about finances and paying your bills and you can't get right. You know what I'm saying? Them boils just pop up on your ass. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Kobe Hustler, I don't even know if you know what you're talking about. But it's okay though. It's okay because you know we moving into a better operation of ourselves. You know, we could talk about some things. You know what I'm saying? We could talk about things. It's okay. It's okay to speak about it. That's how you make it better. You know, that's how you make it better. So the universe is telling us that we could do better. The universe is telling us that we could do more, right? But that's where knowledge and stuff comes in, you know? If you talking about when you say demons, you mean like every zodiac sign. It's because it's not demons that relate to it, it's constellations. These are constellations. The zodiac signs is constellations. So when Solomon gave you the 72 demons of the soul of man and all of this other stuff. These are energies that used to be depicted as constellations. You can still see some of these symbols on hieroglyphics and stuff like that, but you can't say what's demonized, because that was determined by man. Man determined what was demon and what was not, right? So when you understand that what is always was and always will be, then you realize that you too have demons inside of you that you have to tame, because these are energies that are inside in the world: lust, greed, gluttony. This is why you hear Nicki Minaj speak about having discipline, right? This is why you hear, some of the elites say, I got discipline over the flesh, so on and so forth, because you have to have discipline over these lower vibrational cells, right? You got to have discipline over your greed, discipline over your gluttony, discipline over your lust, discipline over you get what I'm saying? So at once upon a time, they depicted these as 72 demons of the soul of man, but now we depict these things as feelings and emotions. And because so many people overindulge in feelings and emotions, you're going to make it seem like feelings and emotions is not the too much of a good thing that can be a bad thing, right? Overindulging in feelings and emotions is the too much of a good thing that's a bad thing. That's why in the story, when they seen all the wonders of this world, this is why they wanted to rule this plane, because it had so much greed, lust, gluttony, all the beautiful things, so on and so forth. You can't taste in these higher dimensions. You can't taste outside of feelings and emotions. You can't feel outside of that. In the logical mindset, you just do what's right, and that's outside of feelings and emotions. But when you're appeasing your feelings and emotions, you do what feels good, right? When you're appeasing the universe, you just do what needs to be done. You see, your feelings and emotions tell you not to cut the grass. Logically, you know that grass needs to be cut. Your feelings and emotions tell you not to do the dishes, let somebody else do them. You did the last set, you already did them. Logically, the dishes need to be done. That's just like a lie. A lie don't care who tell it. The dishes don't care who do them. They just need to be done. Now, see, when you operating through feelings and emotions, that would be too much of a good thing that could be a bad thing, because some of y'all don't control that stuff. Some of y'all just eat, eat, eat. Y'all get, your body don't need that much damn food. You doing what because it tastes good. Taste, right? Ain't no way. Some of us running around here 32 meal a day diet, talking about some I got to. No, you don't. But it's okay though, because we're understanding and we're learning, and everything is pushing us into a better level of knowledge. So once you start learning, and they're going to start telling us too, about the foods and the operation of food and how we have to change up our eating, they're going to start putting higher tags on sugar prices. If you notice, there has been an increase on price when it comes to snacks and sugary products. They are going to take certain products, you're not going to be able to buy it with EBT no more. Certain sugar products and stuff like that, you ain't going to be able to buy with EBT. Certain things that you are eating right now that is glucose related, due to the fact that they know, and they've been knew that glucose was a false energy inside the body, and that's why they gave you glucose. But now they're going to be transforming over into the form of fructose. So your body naturally runs on fructose energy. So this is why, apes eat fruits and stuff like that. You rarely see an ape drink water. You don't actually, apes don't really drink water, you know what I mean? They get everything from the fructose. They're going to start telling you that fructose actually builds your body better when it comes to working out. It's a more natural energy that is inside the vessel. Yes, it is gassy because when your body digests uh, fruit, it fermentates in your stomach. This is where fermentation comes in at, right? So when you eat fruits and vegetables and stuff, it ferments in the stomach, and then it creates a gas, and that gas goes up into, your brain. This is where your burps come in. When you eat fruit and stuff like that, you'll find yourself burping more. But when you eat other stuff, you'll find yourself farting more. This is the operation of your digestive system. Your digestive system sends certain gases up and it sends certain gases down. The gases that it sends up is gases that you might need in your upper atmosphere, such as your brain, a dupla oblongata, right? The gases that goes to your waist, because your digestive system is Saturn, your liver rules the bowels, right? Satan rules the bowels, however you want to look at it. That's why it's called a bowel movement, right? So this is where that discipline comes in. You supposed to have the level of discipline over your body to realize that if you are producing a high level of waste, then that means your body is taking in things that it don't need. You're not supposed to be producing this much waste. They tell you that. That's why they tell you that using the bathroom more than one time a day or so on and so forth could be a leading cause to pancreatic cancer, or whatever the fuck they telling y'all now. They switch this shit up so much, it's hard to keep up with it. But, you know, sometimes you just got to be able to dig in different variations of knowledge, different variations of wisdom. And this is why, uh, despite everything that's going on and even the stuff that's going on YouTube, this is why they don't tell you about the stuff that we're actually teaching over here. This is why Maggie and them don't have no content outside of the bickering and the bullshit. We have a ton of content outside of that. Not only that, we have the music that's coming out. We're also helping out people in the physical world, with the small collective groups that we're trying to put together with the homesteads and everything like that. So their content is going to trickle out, right? Whereas though the servitude that we have to help people, it's always going to be there because people always need help. So people like me is always going to be needed in this verse, right? The Maggies, they can sit their ass to the side. The Knots, oh, I'm going to take a break from YouTube. No, YouTube's taking a break from you. Okay? YouTube's taking a break from you. You notice that your numbers are trickling, going down. And look, because we're closer to the 21st, look at everybody numbers. Look at Jaguar Wright numbers. Them numbers ain't in that room like they was in the beginning, right? Now watch when they get paid again. Watch how her numbers spike. Watch how Wolf Coochie's numbers spike, right? Because they're all fake. They're fake numbers. They're trying to act like they're doing shit, but then they got somebody in the back that got a bot service hooked up to make it look like it's more people in the room than it really is. So if you see 800 in the room, probably 200 is real, 600 of it is bots, right? And they're just fucking with your mind to make you think that they have authentic traction, right? So you got to be careful with this. So that's why I'm happy with how we're growing, with the small numbers over on YouTube. Anybody on TikTok that want to come over to YouTube and be a part of the journey that we are on, feel free to go over to Ralph DaWise. That's Ralph DaWise on YouTube. If not, click the link that is in the bio. That's in my profile. Click that link on TikTok and go over to the Discord or go to the link tree. And I follow you on YouTube, I believe. You might. You probably do. You might. I like to operate with sound, so I like people to hear my voice versus, seeing me. I mean, it's not like I'm a real person. Okay. So just to show y'all, you know, I'm a real person. I just feel like, if you have the ear, you should listen. You got two ears, so you should listen more, you know. And a lot of times people get caught up with the carnal. Everybody get caught up with the carnal, you know. And with everything going on, with everybody tricking people on the internet, people taking trips, not coming back, people meeting people, not coming back. I just want to make sure that I get the right people around me. You know what I mean? I just want to make sure that the right people is building in this collective. We're growing with the right people, so on and so forth, because they out here playing for keeps. If you don't know this, they out here playing for keeps, you know. Uh and well, listen, I'm not about to get knocked out this vessel and have to start all over. You hear me? I'm not about to get knocked out of this vessel and have to start all over, because that's what they doing. They knocking spiritual people out of their vessel. That, once you realize your spiritual purpose, once you realize, what your soul's purpose is, what you're supposed to be doing, the unification of all kind, once you realize that, and they realize that you realize that, shit, they'll reset your ass down here. Huh? They will reset your ass down here. As soon as they realize that you realize that it's supposed to be love and unity, shit, they'll reset your ass. You'll be back goo goo gaga in no time. You hear me? Your ass will be back good. Back, mother, reset back in a whole baby vessel. What the damn it? They will reset your ass. You hear me? Well, yeah, they'll lock you away from society too. Give you that 730 tag. You'll be what they say, 1051, 1050, whatever that shit is. Well, in the total of my existence, or in this vessel, like, man, I think, 5150, yeah. Um, we all experienced a couple of resets. We all are reincarnated. We all are part of a reincarnating cycle of the moon. It's the silver cord. We all have been going into the light through the silver cord, which brings us back down here through reincarnation of man, which makes us forgetful of our previous selves, and so on and so forth. But if you ever get a chance, and I'm not hoping this on you, but if you ever get a chance, don't go into the light, go into the darkness and go to the gold gate. If you reincarnate through the gold gate, you are reincarnating with a higher sense of consciousness. But if you keep reincarnating through the silver gate, then you're going to be in a forgetful state. Uh, this is another one of those operations. Don't go to certain zodiacs when you go back up in the sky. Take your ass to the foot of Hercules. Okay. All right. Take your ass to the foot of Hercules. Okay. And enter that gate. At the foot of Hercules, there's a golden gate. And when you enter through that gate, you reincarnate through the gate of the gods. But if your ass keep going through that silver gate, then your ass gonna keep coming back down here looking like who did it and why. All right. I'm tired of y'all coming down here looking like who did it and why. Okay. Stop being scared of the dark. Take your ass into the dark and go to the Golden Gate. For all of my people that goes to the astral plane, and you're wandering around the astral plane, calm yourself down. Stop sitting there fucking wandering around. Listen to the voices that you hear in the astral plane. Yes, you cannot see that much in the astral plane. and you feel lost, right? But if you listen, you will hear a voice trying to, all you have to do is calm yourself and you will listen. Don't listen to the voices that's trying to scare you in the opposite direction. Listen. It's like a real faint sound, like a humming sound. It is pulling you into a, you have to listen when you go to the astral plane. It's some people's astral plane is very dark to where as though you just hear people. That's why we operate with sound over here. Because I want you to hear the truth that's in my voice. If I show you my face, you might get caught up with looking at my hat. You might get caught up with looking at the way my eyes move or whatever the fuck your mind is making you, you know. But if you just got a backdrop in the sound of my voice, you have to listen. And a lot of times we don't realize that that is the strongest thing you could do is actually listen with discerning ears. Because when you have discernment, you can listen to the sound of the truth and you can wing out all the bull crap. See, a lot of y'all ain't got the wingers to wing out the bull crap. See, that's why when I listen to certain people, I can see right through them. I know they're a false operation. They tell on themselves. They don't like me because I point out they tell. I tell you right there in real time that hold on, that's not what you said a minute ago. And then they'll try to switch it up and try to be like, man, why you always gotta be so technical? Or why you always got, because the truth is in the details and the shit you saying ain't detailing, right? Certain people tell you stuff on the back end. They like, I didn't want to say it on the front end. Why you didn't want to say it on the front end? We operate with transparency. Your ass want to say it on the back end, but not say it on the front end. Nah, fuck that. If somebody tell me to contact them on the back end, but they not on no. Let everybody know that we in contact with each other. I don't like secrets. I don't like secret operation. Don't tell me on the back end, yeah, contact me, but don't tell nobody you contacting me. No, fuck that. That sound like a setup. That sound like a set. I know a setup when I hear a setup. That sound like a setup. People getting set up all the time in this world. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker say, I want to be with you, but I don't want nobody to know that we together. That sounds like a setup. That sounds like a setup. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Now, if you just honest and you say, look, I just want to, be, friends, just want to, fornicate with you a couple of times, see where it go from there. I'm cool with that. Everybody's cool with a little bit of fornication every now and again. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of courtesy. A little bit of courtesy ain't gonna hurt nobody if you got, honesty. You know what I'm saying? Look, you know what I'm saying? But see, with some of y'all walking around with that dun 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 dun, and y'all ain't being honest, and y'all wanting around wanting to be courteous, and it ain't cool because you got that dun 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 dun. But for the people that's honest with yourself, you gonna find other people that got that dun 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 dun, and then you could just coitus with the people that's already dun 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 in. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta fuck up somebody that's not dun 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 dun. You can go find the person that already dun 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 dun, and then you dun 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 with them. Coitus. But see, y'all fuck around and doing this whole thing. Y'all just messing it up. Y'all fucking up what is supposed to be fun down here. Y'all messing it up. All of our rituals, all of our rites, y'all messing it all up. Huh? Stop getting it, flipping it, cutting it all up. Whole quarter key. See, you fucking it all up. You see him BM trucking it all up. Yeah, group therapy. In the right way, though. Not none of this other shit. You know what I'm saying? And listen, if you ever see me in a group therapy session and then you see me in the business atmosphere, don't motherfucking come up to me and try to make it it's different times for everything. I'm gonna act like I don't know you. You hear me? You hear me? You know what I'm saying? If you don't know how to keep that F a secret, don't fuck with me. Keep that F a secret. Why not? Why blow up my spot? Because we both got hots. Now check it. I got more Max than Craig's and in the bed. Believe me, sweetie, I got enough to feed the needy. No need to be greedy. I'm just saying, man, y'all motherfuckers talk too much. That's all I'm saying. Y'all see all this crashing out shit going on online and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's why I just found me, you gotta find people that vibe with you. You find somebody that vibe with you and you stick to that. You know what I'm saying? I don't do secrets, but it's not a secret if you're in an agreement with that person. Everybody been see. It's one thing to just go tell your business to everybody, right? And then it's one thing for that person that you're dealing with to be honest with you. It's two different things when you publicizing something versus having an understanding with someone, right? When you have an understanding with someone, the secret is when you keep it from that person that you have the understanding with. But if two people have an understanding, then it ain't nobody business what those two people understand, right? That's what I'm saying. And it don't matter if it's 15 of y'all that have that understanding. But as long as all of y'all are truthful with each other, it don't matter what the 15 of y'all are doing. You get what I'm saying? That's just like, people that come visit your house, right? They asked to come in your house. So why the fuck is they talking about the roaches and shit that's in your house? You asked to come in. You know what I'm saying? Then you don't try to talk about my roaches and shit when you asked to come in. I'm trying to motherfucking take pictures of my roaches and shit. Huh? I told you that I ain't good. You know how look, even if your house is clean, right? Sometimes even when your house is clean, you still tell somebody before they come in, excuse the mess. You know it's clean, and you still say excuse the mess. Cause you know they might find some shit. And everybody run tell that. You know what I mean? They be running and tell the simple shit. I want to go use the bathroom. They ain't even had no toilet paper in the bathroom. It was a fucked up day. It was a fucked up day. They don't even got no shower curtains. How you know we wasn't changing out the shower curtains that day? Stop, stop, stop. You know what I'm saying? Speaking on some shit. Some of y'all don't even wash y'all tank. Huh? Some of y'all don't even wash y'all tank. Some of y'all in the shower and never put y'all leg up on the side of the shower to wash y'all tank. Be honest with yourself. Some of y'all think just because water running through it is clean. Huh? Some of y'all dudes running around ain't never even washed y'all tank. Dingleberry stool there and everything. Scared to put your motherfucking leg up and wash your tank. You so homophobic. Put your motherfucking leg up and lift them nuts up and wash your tank. You nasty, dirty mother. Y'all living life wrong. You hear me? Y'all is living life wrong. We need to do better as a collective. Wash your tank. Some of y'all think just because water running across your feet is clean. No. That's why they used to sell those little mats that go in the shower where you can scrape your feet on. You know what I'm talking about? Some of y'all still don't know what wet behind the ears mean. Some of y'all still don't know. Y'all don't even know what wet behind the ears mean. When I was a kid, I didn't know what wet behind the ears mean. I had to ask some questions. Inquiring minds want to know type shit. You still wet behind the ear. I didn't know what that mean. I was getting out the shower, making sure I extra dry behind my ear and shit, thinking that they talking about fresh out the shower type shit. You still wet behind the ears. I ain't know what the fuck they mean. I ain't know that was like a fresh out the coochie saying. I didn't know that shit. Like saying that wet behind the ears mean you fresh out the coochie. That's what it means. Wet behind the ears, you still wet behind the ears mean you fresh out the coochie. I didn't know that. Let me see if BB game and battling. Where he at? Oh no, hold on. Hold on, let me see. good, Alex? What's good with you?
What's going on, man?
Shit, you battling right now? I just stopped in to say what's good.
Man, it's my battle time, brother.
Oh, okay, I just stopped in to see what was good. We doing. You say what?
See, now I'm just battling right now. I'm just battling, bro. I'm about to just start. I'm about to just start, bro. I'm about to get my show started, type shit.
All right, I see you. I see you.
You got some greens coming in, my boy.
Yeah. I'm salt and pepper.
Yeah, when I first met you.
Yeah, I know. I started stressing and shit between you and Known Cats. You know, y'all put me in some stressful stuff.
The Congo, what's good, bro? Oh, all right, okay then.
Yeah, I started.
All
right. Get your battle on. Get your battle on. You know, I don't got no smoke, so I just stopped in to say what's good.
Yes, sir. I appreciate the check on my boys.
All right, I'll holler at you. I'll be over there because I'm about to finish my live. Yo, listen. I'm telling y'all, man, y'all gotta find communities that you can grow in, right? I've been kicked out. I've been kicked away from a lot of tables. I ain't gonna hold y'all. They don't like me at tables. They tell me I do too much. I be thinking that they don't do enough. You know what I'm saying? I be thinking people don't do enough. Hey, man, you be speaking about that stuff and da 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 da. And then people get jealous that people like me. You know what I'm saying? People get mad because people like me. You know what I mean? People like, man, you easy to get along with. That ain't my fault. The fuck you mad at me because people get along with me? Huh? So I just stay away from a lot of tables because everybody I was at this table, right? And I thought they was putting out knowledge and stuff about America, right? And they was talking about being indigenous and all of that stuff, right? And I was like, man, this is an okay table. And then next thing you know, some other people came in and they were like, yeah, this our land. You ain't supposed to be. I'm like, whoa, hold up. This ain't what I signed up for. I ain't signed up to kick nobody out. Shit. I thought we would just put knowledge out there, holding a discussion about the history of this world. I didn't know we was trying to motherfucking, you know what I mean? Hey, somebody come get this kitten. This kitten trying to climb out this damn bend. What y'all doing? You got Houdini. Somebody come get this Houdini cat. Hello, y'all kitten. Y'all forget about this kitten. Okay. I'll watch it. It's fat and ate and now jumping out the bed. I gotta hold this cat, guys. You see the little kitten? You see it? Yeah, we found this little kitten on the road, and now she's keeping it. And so now we got another rendition to the it's not funny. I'm tired of fucking getting these animals. Okay? Not I told you. Don't say I told you. Don't say I told you. Okay? Did y'all see the kitten? YouTube. Hold on. Oh shit, the cat. Oh shit, the claws. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna turn the camera on so y'all can see the kitten. Real quick. Y'all want to see the kitten?
Did she get out?
Mm-hmm. Almost. My. Okay. No. Not cutest ever. Not well. Post pictures in the Discord then, because I'm not. We don't. We were supposed to drop that kitten back off to its mama. That's what we were supposed to do. We did find her that one day, and you rolled by and tried to just speak to her, like, hey, mama cat, like you didn't steal her kitten. I seen it. We should have backed up.
And picked up Mama? Yeah.
No,
Not. We'll put Mama with baby.
Not pick up Mama. No, that's not what we said. No. Damn, I gotta clean out those cat litters. Fuck. I meant to do it earlier. Ship to me. Ship. Yeah, we're gonna start a cat shipping business. All the kitties. I feel the cats in my neighborhood. They just pop up on my porch. Be a lot of cats, right? Freaking cats. All these dang on kittens. Trying to get these kittens. Get the mom. No, you're not. No good advice.
Thanks, guys. You have my back.
Nah, Ralph is like the old lady in the shoe, had so many kittens, didn't know what to do. Get your ass out of here. They just keep being like, no matter what state we go to, these damn familiars just keep popping up and they won't go anywhere. But they say, like, if an animal is drawn to you and make you its master, or however they say, then then that's your animal or some shit like that. So I tried to, but it'd be too many of them. Like last time it was 3 dogs. Was it 3 or 4 of them? 4 dogs. Hell no. We had to get them back right and drop them off. They look like hound dogs mixed with boxer or something. They did good though. She about to jump out. One just walked in my house last year. That's all you can say is they adopted you. You didn't adopt that adopted you. But yeah, that's why I speak about like frequencies and stuff like that. That's why I speak about, lost knowledge and stuff, because that lost knowledge is being put back into this world. And I'm not about to miss it. I'm not about to miss this ascension process for y'all. Y'all might have tripped us up on the last ascension process and slowed it down, but we about to accelerate this. We about to push this into a whole different level with this knowledge and wisdom. We about to really push into a whole different spectrum of being, and that's the beauty of this. Make sure y'all get there. Hey, we just gonna drop this at the end right here because we about to end this live on TikTok on Energy of Atlas. We're gonna play the game later on this page, but we about to end this. So make sure you get a picture of this right here. Make sure you get a picture. You can't see it on Energy of Atlas on Atlas on the other page. Make sure you get a picture. Get a picture. Get a picture. There you go. Hope you got the picture. Hope you got the picture. All right, now we're gonna put the backdrop up. We're gonna put the backdrop up for a second, guys. Make sure you get the picture. Make sure you get the picture. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Nah, this ain't it. This ain't it. I'm about to put it up now. About to put it up now. Make sure y'all get the picture. Make sure y'all get the picture. Did y'all get the picture? Get the picture. Get the picture. Get the picture. Get the picture. All right, get that picture. 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 All right. Now go study that. And then the next time we come back, y'all gonna be like, damn. All right. All right. Go study it. All right. Love is love. Namaste. Ashe. Salutation. Salam. Peace. Make sure y'all hit the follow button or subscribe to my main page, Energy of Atlas. Hey, dang, 99 plus new followers over there. 99 plus new followers. That means we got some good numbers coming through TikTok. I told you, listen, they don't like how I operate because I just be, and once I get more phones and I can go live from multiple pages on TikTok, or if I get more people out here to the farm, and man, if I get like 3 content creators out here and we all, man, wait till I get some people that actually want to build. Wait till I get some people. You can't get out of that one. Too high. But yeah, so we just got a lot of good stuff going for us. Stop before we put you in the cage. Oh yeah? You gonna start growling at me? Who making that noise? Drax? Or you? What are you doing? Kitten? Hmm? What are you doing? Why are you sitting there jumping? Trying to jump out the box? Huh? Why is you trying to jump out that box? You just don't want to be in the box? Huh? What do you want? Stop it. Ah. Don't you try to jump out.
Made a box way bigger. She's gone.
She's over there hissing and trying to jump out of there. She's active today.
Yeah, she is.
That's good. That means she's,
Healthy.
not sick. Hey, yo, listen, we got great things happening. We got great things going for ourselves. Y'all make sure y'all follow the pages on TikTok. And listen, if y'all need help growing the page, we can help y'all grow. We just doing better, just trying to do better. Like we gotta find some deep pocket financial supporters, you know what I mean? That way we can get the animals and stuff out here. Because if we get the food and stuff, we probably can get more animals, but we also need more equipment, stuff like that. And then the helping hand. But we getting there though, slowly but surely. We getting there. We are getting there slowly but surely, you know. Just got to keep on saying wrong. Oh no, that was 300 plus followers right there. I just got. I went from 6,600 to 6,900. And then hopefully the videos that I just put up will gain traction too. I put 7 videos up on that page. I gotta go to my other page and do some stuff too. So yeah, we gotta get back into the building. and the growing of these, platforms and stuff like that, getting the proper people around us, getting the right people involved. Yeah, we got caught up in the whole, why is you putting that cat on tables and stuff? It's gonna jump. Put it in the cage thing then.
I'll get her in a second. Not going nowhere. Right? I'm not going nowhere. All right. Come on.
Until she goes somewhere. So yeah, we got just a lot of good things happening around us, and we got to embrace that. That's all. A lot of great things happening around us, and we just got to embrace it. You know, and however we look at this, growth is happening. Like growth, development, truth is coming out. Embrace the other things that are happening around that truth that's coming out. Embrace the transfer that's taking place right now. There's a transfer of energy that's taking place right now. Certain people are falling off of pedestals and certain people are rising up to the occasion, and certain people are not liking certain things, they're not liking,
What happened? Can you say it again? I don't know what happened. Derek, appreciate you. Hayes, thank you. I don't know what you said, Marcel.
and it's okay. It's okay that this world is being perceived how it's being perceived. Everything happens for a reason. We have to stay within the grace of everything, the gratitude of everything, and the glory. Stay within the glory. Okay, stay within all of that great stuff, man. Like I say, we are moving into a greater light, a greater union. I got to get the rest of. We got to put the rest of these on. And however you look at this, man. On the late bus again, replay gang. Replay gang, love is love, replay.
Chose the light created for you just to hide in. Why obsessed about surviving? Fighting over creation made for all to thrive in. When love speaks, you say you're listening. I wonder if you hear me. Love is love, love is love. Always is, always was, will always be just love. Always complete, always enough. Love is love, love is love. Always is, always was, will always be just love. Always complete, always enough. Love is love. Was your heart ever my home? So cold that chaos sits on your throne. Stuck in a loop for how long? Your pride convinced that right is wrong. When I speak, you say you're listening. When will you ever hear me? Love is love, love is love. Always is, always was, will always be just love. Always complete, always enough. Love is love, love is love. Always is, always was, will always be just love. Always complete, always enough. Love is love. Was your heart ever my home? So cold that chaos sits on your throne. Stuck in a loop for how long? Your pride convinced that right is wrong. When I speak, you say you're listening. When will you ever hear me?